Before we start looking at this new official client update, which may or may not involve us finding out that RuneLite will be banned in the future, before we get involved, I do need to make an announcement for the sake of the video, and that is the setup, okay? Because I don't want people commenting anything that isn't true. What's happened is, 3 years ago, I put out a video on my channel talking about how Jagex is one day going to update their client to the point that they remove RuneLite and RuneLite will no longer be part of the game. Jagex has taken me hostage and stuck me in this whitewashed prison with a bed fit for nothing but homeless people, okay? And it's not good, it's not fun, but this is why we're here, all right, chat? We're here because we've got internet access to speak the truth now. So I don't want to see any negative comments in the background about my mattress, all right? This is the best I've got. These are not piss stains. It's literally, it's the design of the fucking mattress. Look, okay? It's a pattern. It's not piss. Don't fucking want me, all right? So if we can all just be on board with that and leave the mattress alone. It used to be white. No, that is the mattress the day it was bought. That's the same color, okay? It's not brown. Your eyes are just shit, all right? So, if we can just look past the tradie undies, roughly, yeah, well, are they tradie? Yeah, and I'm not even a tradie. If we can just look past the prison setup, we can start speaking the truth, all right? That thing came from the Pacific Islands, washed ashore. Let's focus on the client update. Let's not worry about the mattress, all right, boys? For those that want to see more mattress content, though, the subathon starts next week, Thursday, 1st of August, so make sure you come by. All right, let's have a look. Okay, official client update, July 2024. This is big, all right? It's been a while since we last checked in on our official client, team's progress. Okay, let's just skip the dog shit. All right, there's a video of 3 beautiful-looking gentlemen. Do we need to read the blog, or is it all explained in the video? What do you feel like, guys, is the best way to go about this? This is a long-ass blog. Let's go for the video and see if that cuts any corners for us. I think that's the play. Read the blog. Video explains it all. What are we feeling?
Hello, Scapers. Today, we're going to share an update on a bunch of things related to our official clients on both desktop and on mobile, including some long-awaited progress updates on stuff like HD and our own plugin API. Since January's Winter Summit, we haven't shared too much as we've been heads down and grinding away. But we think...
Pause. This is... I thought this would be up by now. Is it already summer in the UK? What season is it? It is... No, not Australia, UK. Is it still summer? It's the end of... Okay, we're mid-summer, towards the end of summer. Okay, so... Valorant Part 2, do you reckon that Araxor will come out maybe in August, September time then? When it's your winter, it's our summer? Fair enough. Because while graphics seats come out dead man, so Valorant Part 2 should be in a couple of weeks, hopefully. Maybe during August. Hopefully Araxor comes out before then. But they might use Araxor as an excuse for their summer summit like they've got Scarius here.
I think now is the time for a little update on what's been happening. We're really ramping up our efforts to give everybody a better core experience when playing old school, regardless of what platform you're playing on. So let's head over to the new face for our first update, talking about HD and the improved SD.
All right.
Hello, I'm Mod Genghis, and I'm one of the product managers for Oldschool. You might have seen me talking about plugins and clients on Reddit and Discord, and I'm really excited to properly introduce myself here. It's a pleasure to meet you. In January, we announced that HD was coming to desktop and to mobile. Since then, we've seen an extremely positive reaction from the community that's continued to this day. I just wanted to start this section by thanking you for all your support.
Yeah, no worries,
Knowing that
mate.
our early direction is a good starting point, the team has been working hard to ensure the core of the HD experience is in.
That looks pretty good. I like it. Nice and polished. Not bad. I don't know about the sounds though, but I think the sounds are already in the game. I have sound area sounds off because they're just weird. I don't like them. They're pretty unique loot sound in the video. I think they did. Yeah, that's what that was. That was from the video. The
this section by thanking you for all your support. Knowing that our early direction is a good starting point, the team has been working hard to ensure the core of the HD experience is in a great place. While we're in the final stages of tooling to illuminate the game world, most of our time has been spent focusing on 2 things: performance and SD. It's very important for us to ensure that both HD and SD have streamlined performance, so that you can enjoy whichever mode you prefer on whatever platform or device
SD
you
and
want,
HD.
without
So
your
they want to
game-
do both, hey? What do we think looks better? Because
You can
I think
enjoy-
it's kind of like the difference between low detail and GPU, right? This is what? Low detail?
whichever mode you prefer on
Oh, it's
whatever
high detail.
platform
So this is
or
low
device you
detail.
want, without your gameplay ever suffering.
Oh, HD looks
And
way
with
better.
our new pixel perfected simulated SD, this actually means everyone should see increased performance when using this mode. While we've encountered a few challenges along the way, we've remained focused on making this
I like
the
it.
best core HD experience possible. Currently, we've released an internal beta for the team to try out HD across all their devices, and to create an internal feedback loop before we let you try HD for yourselves. While that's it for our update on HD, we will be back at this year's Summer Summit with some further details on our progress, so don't miss out. For now, let's swing over to talk all about plugins.
Plugins, here we go. This is it. This is the RuneLite bit.
Alongside the announcement of HD last year, we spoke for the very first time about our official plugin API, which, like HD, will be coming to desktop and mobile.
API, I've only learnt about what an API is recently, and I still don't know what it is. Is it that basically is just like a thing where you write code, right? Or like where code can be put in or something? I don't really fully understand what API is, but is that like the open source thing that RuneLite had or has for us? And if that's the case, can I make my own plugins? Application programming interface. Okay, that's what it stands for. What does it mean? Because I don't know what any of those words mean together. I only know what one of those words means by themselves. It's how you make plugins. Okay. It's so developers can build off of a product. Okay, so like, could I just get it and make my own plugin? Or is it like pretty complex? Server and client using security protocols over HTTPS more or less. That's, we'll just keep watching the video, I think.
This is a separate project and our attempt to build something similar to the RuneLite plugin hub you are all famously familiar with. What you might not know is that since the announcement, we've been working with some of the most well-known client developers and plugin makers to ensure the process of creating and publishing plugins works best for you. After all, who better to work with than the people who've been doing this so well for so long? They know what works and what doesn't, and their input has been amazing.
It's really important for us to get this right, as we would love to give everyone the option to create and release plugins through our API, which means ensuring we're making it as safe as possible. Those plugin makers will have the chance to start creating through our API very soon, as we want to offer a great range of plugins when this launches to everyone.
So, obviously they're going to scrutinize the plugins when they are made, but if you were to make a plugin with the API, does that also give you potential to like keylog people, and like you could like make malicious plugins, which is what people use externally to like get a hold of people's clients? That's what they use, right? Use the API to send receive data. Like there might be a method called get item 2434, and it will return the item info to the dragon dagger. Right? Okay. If Jagex doesn't do things right, okay. But they're able to stop malicious. How do you define? It's probably a discussion for another time. But is it quite easy to define like the difference between a malicious and a non-malicious plugin? Like you couldn't sneak code through or anything. They want to keep it in-house? No, they don't want to keep it in-house. They want anyone to be able to make a plugin, but I'd imagine you can then check the plugin. They'd have someone go over code. Damn, that's a job and a half. Going over how many fucking plugins that come through. I gather they have their own API that's restricted in a way so people can make plugins based on their own terms. Okay, fair enough. Well, they said they're going to get some people working on plugins soon, which would be good, because if they can port it, let's say like this plugin hub comes out and it's got every single standard and popular RuneLite plugin available already, then on a better engine that looks better, why not? They're employing the RuneLite guys. So, well, they've been working with Adam, who I believe developed RuneLite originally for like the past 3 or 4 years. He's been helping them do the base stuff on the client that's already available. Yeah, but it sounds like they're trying to grab as many plugin makers as possible that are like credited and get them working with it. The most malicious thing was the mattress plugged into that room. The mattress is fine, all right? Shut up.
The team have been working hard to identify some of the most requested plugins you can't live without, and we'll be working with the developers to create some of their very best on our platform. That's all we have to share on the plugin API for now, but we'll be back during this year's Summer Summit with more details on our progress.
So the Summer Summit will get more.
For now, let's see what's next for the core client features with Mod Lenny.
Over the last few years, we've given you some core improvements to the official client on desktop and mobile, such as tile markers, ground item overlays, and XP trackers. With the plugin hub on the way, what's the difference? Core client features are a little different to plugins, as they will be baked into the client itself and work straight out of the box, without the need to install a separate plugin. And we're not stopping there. We've got some core features coming up that you've all been patiently waiting for, including high scores.
Oh, good.
New mini menu changes.
This thing on the fucking side here, on the right, with the XP and the inventory, is so dead empty. Like, it's just a long streak of like nothing that they've been waiting for ages to fill. So there's a blanket to put on the mattress. I'm not even sleeping on it for another week. Yes, there are sheets. Yes, there are blankets. Yes, it will be made properly when the time comes, just like last year. Yes. I'm not using this. It's just here, ready for. In anticipation. Sorry, for the subathon. Sleep with no sheets and do a before and after pick of the mattresses. If that's a request, then no, maybe we'll find out. Depends. If you're lucky, you can do that. But checking the code can be easy or difficult depending on who wrote the code itself. With no notes and trying to read a code blind can be frustrating. Okay, I see. Can you let the video play and go find a fitted sheet for the mattress, please? No, let's worry about the mattress later, okay? It's got another week to bake in the sun. I need the sun to come through the window to dry out the stains before we dress the bed. Last year when you slept with the mattress as a blanket and made yourself a Maddie Sammy, I did, and these are the same two mattresses. Look, you might not believe it, but it's actually on top of another mattress. The exact same mattresses from last year. So you know they're good. They're shit quality, but you know they're good to sleep on. Alright, anyways, back to the video. Client features. Sounds good. Why do you have to live in the Fritzl's spare room to do the subathon?
Menu entry swapper, bank tags, and more. There are plenty of core features we could choose to work on, and we're constantly looking to see which are the most popular and most requested features to include as core functionality inside the client. So keep those requests coming. This also means changes to mobile, but what exactly are they?
With changes to the client in full swing, one of our big focuses is to bring more parity between your desktop and mobile experiences.
Okay.
We've already seen how mobile can be used for way more than AFK activities, as we've seen mobile-only players dominate areas like the Inferno and the Theatre of Blood. But the beasts taking on these are few.
This might be a hot take, but mobile isn't actually that difficult to play RuneScape on. Raiding on it is totally fine. Yes, you have a lot of an easier time being quick on PC because of the the availability with your mouse and your F keys and having multiple menus in such a short period of time, as opposed to the delay between inventory and prayers and so on. But it's actually not that difficult, and I don't rate you as a better player because you play on mobile. Trust me, done it. That's just my hot take. Yes, I'm shitting on you for being a mobile player. Hardest part about mobile is the tiny screen. Yeah, well, that's your own fault. Like, get a proper phone.
And far between. So, we want to ask, what if you felt like you could take on any activity in a more portable mode?
That's a key goal for us when discussing the future of mobile. Not to dumb down the desktop experience, but instead allowing you to bring your desktop gameplay to mobile. Not only will the new HD, improved SD and plugin hub work on mobile alongside the new core client features and the new UI, we want to give you more customization and flexibility to closer match your desktop playing. We're still in early development for how our HD and the plugins API will work on mobile, but rest assured, we're going to focus on making it the best it can possibly be. We've also made a number of changes to the first mobile UI beta, and we want to just...
What is this? Why doesn't my mobile look like this? With the hotkeys and stuff, what is this shit? Mine doesn't look like that, does it? I can't even log in, can I? Have I missed an update? I was on mobile this morning. That's the testing now? It's in testing, is it? Oh, okay. What are they testing? What's the difference here? What's the go? What do we got here? Looks like you got menu behind menu. Is it like customizable menu? That's not a big thing, but I hate when you can see them reading off a script. Yeah, no, I'm with you there too. Yeah, I gotcha. I know, I feel the exact same. It's because you have a Samsung? Right, okay. Would the C++, would be C++, I think? The new client would be yes. Plugin language would be C++, I believe, yes. No, that's cool. I like the new UI system. I'll be keen to check it out. Is it better? Does anyone know?
Just reassure you that with the new UI and new features,
on both sides.
you'll be able to have a very similar experience to the way that you currently play. If you missed out on the beta, we've got a handy guide featured alongside our news post that will give you a great breakdown. Finally, without the Jagex launcher on mobile, we're aware it's been tricky for players to easily swap between characters, and we're going to be working to improve that process. Now, from the new to the old, we've got something a bit different to talk about next.
So, while he's doing the video and reading off the script, do you reckon it's like an automated prompter, or do you reckon there's another JMod just like swapping cards? What do you reckon? Surely it's like, you know, in Shrek when they're like having the wedding at the end, and it's just like you're scribbling quickly on the board to like turn around and tell people to like or whatever. I hope it's later. I hope so too. Just like a JMod, like yeah, next go, cut. Just cut. Like they should just like mix up the script. Just randomly like swap a card out for something else. Sheet of paper. No, you'd hear the sheet of paper though when they change page. Could type on PC really fast. He's not typing and talking at the same time. No way. Really enthusiastic pointing and shit. Just like he's got beady eyes and blinks once every 30 minutes. Oh no, we're not here to talk shit about him. It's just the setup in general. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm great, dude. How are you? Every time the camera angle changes, it's a cutout. True. Oh god, that's loud.
When we're talking about clients, it can be confusing. The original official client was in Java. Then, a few years ago, we released the new modern client into Steam, which was in C++. And last year, we added that to the Jagex launcher as well. This client is known as the official client, whereas the old Java client is known as the legacy Java client. You still with me?
Yep.
A while ago, we made a change which prevented the legacy Java client from being downloaded and installed. Players who had it could keep using it, but if you didn't have it, you wouldn't see it on the launcher. It's safe to say that most of you probably didn't notice. So, it's time for us to take the next step.
Right? I'll make sure there's no cheat clients on here. Get me banned real quick. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Got official client, RuneLite, HDOS, and Java legacy Java client. So you can't get the Lava Jagex client anymore if you don't have it, eh? Sit down, dude. Selling PC with Jagex Lava Jagex client, 10K.
We're retiring our legacy Java client completely. Before I explain more, let me be clear. This affects our client and only our client. It doesn't impact other Java-based clients like RuneLite. Soon, it will no longer be possible to play using the legacy Java client, even for those players with it installed.
Okay.
But what's the point in changing this? Well, we know that the majority of you lovely lot use other clients like RuneLite, the official client, HDOS, or you play on mobile. Comparatively, we wanted to know who uses the client. After looking at the number of players, it's clear to us that the majority of players are using the legacy Java client for malicious activity. Additionally, it's also the least secure way to play the game due to the outdated tech on which it's built.
HDOS.
So, here we are. We want to remove the least secure way to play the game and stop the dodgy players using the client for dodgy things. Alongside Jagex accounts and the Jagex launcher, this means that the most core way to play the game will become much more safe and secure. So, with that in mind, this is the very first step in completely retiring the legacy Java client.
Okay.
Simply letting you know it's happening. It won't be too far away, but we want to give that small percentage.
So what's happening here, obviously, as we're all aware, is that they're going to get rid of the legacy Java client, right? So you're not going to be able to play that anymore. Stopping dodgy clients, but McCune still has the ability to play osrs. I don't know anything about McCune, like other than like that fake beef he had with Elliot, which I don't even really know fully what happened there. Don't care enough. But the thing is, right, is what's going to happen eventually, this is like step 1, right? Step 2 will be bring the new client to you guys. And here's the question you need to ask yourself, because some people are like, if they get rid of RuneLite, then I'm going to quit the game. Cut the fucking shit. No, you're not, all right? Let's be realistic and be level-headed here for a second. If this new official client they make, the C++ one, has everything you have on RuneLite, but it runs better, looks better, feels better because it's a better engine and has like more potential for them when developing the game, and it just runs better, right? Less stress on your computer, is a better client overall. Would you switch? They're not getting rid of RuneLite. I think eventually, I think within the next 5 years, there will be at least an announcement that RuneLite will go, or they will move RuneLite. They'll have RuneLite move to C++ or something. Eventually, it will. They won't make the announcement now. The plan eventually, okay, the plan has always been for the past, I think it was 4 years, maybe 3 years ago before my mate left Jagex, what he informed me was the 2020 vision, or seven-step plan or whatever, is to have an anti-cheat system eventually in place, right? I won't use C++ client because I don't want to use Wine or Linux. Never going to install Windows again. Why don't you just not be a retard and just play on a proper fucking operating system? Why make your life difficult? Like, what's wrong with like having Apple or I mean, Apple, but or like Windows where things just run properly? Why make life harder for yourself and then complain? Like, that's your own fault. That's a you problem, Chunky, at this point. I don't enjoy spyware and like making my own shit. Well, you can enjoy making your own shit, that's fine, but it's a you problem at the end of the day. Like, that's the sit. Like, you have a choice, and guess what? Mobile is a good choice. So you can always do that too. Spyware is, yeah, okay, coward. Back to the main point, I think what's going to happen is within the next 5 years, I would say less than 5 years. 5 is a stretch. I'm being very generous by saying 5 years. There will be an announcement that they will probably look at getting rid of RuneLite. But I want to be clear that will never happen until there is an overwhelmingly positive attitude about the new client. And I mean, like, majority of players logging in constantly and playing are using the new client and like the new client. And what will happen then is they want to have some sort of anti-cheat control, right? Because they say we're getting rid of the legacy client because of dodgy actors, bad actors, whatever. Yeah, people still do that on RuneLite. And RuneLite is half the problem that it was to begin with, right? That introduced a lot of bots to the game. There's malware for everything. There is, it's true. I wonder if they will implement kernel level anti-cheat. I think it was going to be the same sort of... The anti-cheat they were discussing at the time, at least, was the same that's used for Valorant, which I think people had a problem with. But that was never announced. That was just what I was told. It was the same... I think it was Valorant. I could be wrong. Whatever Valorant uses for anti-cheat. And people were like, I'm not installing that, but I don't fucking know. But that's just what I was told, like, years ago. It's probably going to change. That's bullshit. I mean, things could change, you know? I don't think that's going to happen. It probably won't. It was a long time ago when that was the plan. But also, the other thing is, right, that Vanguard, yeah, there you go. That's what the initial plan was. But also, where anti-cheat's going to be 3 years from now, right? Allow people to submit plugins to Jagex new client would make it more successful. They've already said they'd let you do that. Absolutely. People bitch about Vanguard, but end up playing the game anyway, so who cares? Well, exactly, right? Kernel level anti-cheat doesn't stop people from cheating. Okay, but the thing is, you're never going to beat botting. You're never going to stop people botting and cheating. But if you can somehow control it, have easier detection methods, that's way better because you're never going to stop it. But actively trying to prevent it, reduce it, restrict it, and identify it, I think is a better resource is better spent, right? If new anti-cheat software can stop the HK cancer boys in the wild, I'll be good. I'd imagine with this, it'll be easier for them to get on top of it. That's the thing at the end of the day. You're never going to stop it, but if they can control it and increase the rate of successful bans, notice I say that successful bans, that'll be fucking huge. The biggest problem comes when they realize they can't do it without consequences. And what would the consequences be? I wonder. There was another thing I wanted to talk about too with it, but I can't remember now. It wasn't to do with botting, it was to do with something else. But they eventually will get around to this and work for it. The thing is, they're behind on the community, right? This is another problem people have. And I've spoken about this many times over the past like 3 years. I told you guys this was coming. A lot of people, if you go to the comments, it's just like, you're delusional, this isn't happening, there's no way they're ever going to do this, they're not going to get rid of it, they're not going to get rid of the Java client. They're doing it. They're doing it slowly. This is just further evidence it's going to happen. So what's going to happen though is people are pissed at Jagex because they're taking so long to do this. The same thing happened with HD when no one wanted HD, and then 117 plugin came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden everyone wants HD. Now Jagex has to play catch up and make a HD client with a small team of developers versus a community of thousands of people wanting to make shit, right? Consequences is Glenn sending an angry letter to Jagex HQ in Cambridge. That's huge, dude. Just FYI, baking soda will help get those stains out. Shut up about my mattress. Leave it alone, dude. They're fine. Trust me, they're good. If they create them and maintain their own plugins, allow them more control and able to implement their own anti-cheat software for sure. Fuck Linux, fair play. Players are going to be allowed to make their own plugins and submit them. 117 is gross as fuck. I thought it was going to be what HDOS was. Yeah, 117 might be ugly. You might not like it. I don't use 117. I don't personally like it. But the point is, it was clear that people wanted HD. People liked HD. You're half there for a boy in striped pajamas cosplay, to be fair. Me? Half because of the bed? I think most people are just saying who asked for C++ clients. Doing something to the game to make the game more secure does not necessarily mean rewrite the game. Well, no, but I think working on a C++, I don't know what the difference is with coding and stuff, but I'd imagine C++ is either easier to work with, more up to date when it comes to coding and game development. I don't know, but like, would you rather that or like have RuneScape running in Unity or something? I don't know. I don't think the subthon command is actually working at the moment. The Steam client is C++, yes, it is. The one on Steam. Better performance with C++, that's what I figured, right? Yeah. HDOS is lit because you know it's actually showing the string being... Your bow actually shows the string being pulled, present and pulled, just how men like it. Sure, mate. I'm retarded and use C++ client. Yeah, that's a fine client, dude. It runs great, it just doesn't have all the features that you want yet. All I need is ground markers, smooth animation menu to swap an uncapped frame rate. Yep, then you'll have all that for sure. All the new client needs is Quest Helper and some decent plugins. It's not that far being usable. Absolutely. Yep, that's where a lot of people are sitting, which makes it quite clear that it won't take a lot for people to make the move, and then kind of we can get rid of RuneLite or call the new client RuneLite if you want to. Do you like HDOS? I like HDOS, but HDOS didn't provide me enough to move from RuneLite because RuneLite had a few more plugins that I wanted. RuneLite was more easier to use because I was more familiar with it. And the HD, I don't really care for HD at the end of the day. It doesn't bother me if I have or don't have it. Quest Helper, bank tags, getting close. Yep. What's HDOS while we are on the topic? Never heard of it. It's just another client endorsed by Jagex, which is third party like RuneLite, but it's called HDOS. They've got a Discord server, and it's just it's I think 2012 or 2011 RuneScape graphics. I think they just kind of remade the entire game graphically to make it look more HD. It's nice. It's a good client. RuneLite or 2008 plus. There you go. In my opinion, RuneLite is a better client, but it's still good. It's still good. If you don't play fixed low detail, you're a nerd. I don't know what I do, dude.
Players that use the legacy Java client for genuine gameplay, the chance to switch over.
No, that's
before we
117,
remove it for
mister.
good. Once the date has been announced, you'll need to swap to playing either via the official client, RuneLite, or HDOS. You'll need a Jagex account to play on the official client, and we've got a handy guide featured
I don't like
within
that
the
it says
news post
HDOS.
on how you can transfer your hard-earned grinds.
Oh, PSA, get your Jagex account. If you're not using a Jagex account, I have no sympathy for you when you inevitably get hacked, because I know a lot of content creators still don't use Jagex accounts, which is wild to me because of the data leak. They probably changed their passwords a hell of a lot though, but you want to be careful not having a Jagex account, especially if you're a casual user that doesn't like update their shit constantly, because you're at risk of getting hacked. There was a mad data leak at Jagex a few years ago, and it resurfaced last year, and people are just getting fucking hit with it. Jagex account is actually like the best way to go about it, unless you're like big on sharing accounts, which I guess a lot of people do. Half the accounts aren't theirs, just for content. Yeah, that's it. They share the accounts, which is why they don't Jagex account it, which is fair. Like it's easier for like 10 people in a clan to share a pure account than it is to make 10 pure accounts, right? C++ is basically like a diesel engine versus gasoline engine, 50 times more complicated to work on, but can be better. Java is easy to use, but its performance isn't as fast, essentially. Okay. If your password is I'm not telling you, then you deserve it. True. Switch to Jagex accounts, but I'm still so convoluted. Wish they'd improve the UX. I don't really have a problem with the Jagex account. I've never had a problem with them. They've been great for me. That Jagex account, you could not even have uppercase in your passwords. True. True. How are they going to improve mobile? By making it better. Development.
Well, that's a wrap on everything upcoming with the official client so far. We've got a handy news post that launches alongside this video, giving you some further details on everything we've covered here today. Not only that, but you can look forward to some more updates on our progress and work throughout future gazettes and at this year's Summer Summit in September. We can't wait to get all of these fantastic features and updates into your hand, and rest assured, the team will be working hard to get them to you as soon as possible. To give us some feedback on our little presentation today and the upcoming updates.
Here's your feedback. I'm keen for this new client. I'm definitely going to check it out. I think the SD and HD stuff looks good. The plugin API is awesome, but way beyond my brain, so I'll let smarter people than me do that. Upcoming client features, which is basically plugins that are mandatory, more or less. Mobile UI rework. Didn't even know this was happening, but looks cool. I like it. And the legacy Java deprecation. Fair enough. Yeah, this is gonna eventually it's gonna happen. RuneLite will be dead eventually, but I mean, obviously, I'm saying they're gonna ban RuneLite not until you have a better client. So don't get your knickers in a twist too quickly. All right, boys, hold on to it for another couple of years. You'll be fine, and you'll have a better client before it does go. Don't you fret. I'm sure there'll be a poll of some sort, or a survey at least. But Jagex account, get it if you don't have it yet. And there's a survey, which I'm not going to do because I can't be fucked. But that's a good video. That's a good wrap. I like that. That's very strong. Ugh. This is the easiest room in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him. God damn. Fuck me. Look at that boy. It's huge. You got a big boy.